Welcome to Kalispell, Montana, Big Sky Country. I see Steve Streich over here, a seed potato grower from Streich Farms. Let's see if he'll show me around his beautiful farm. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Tito. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me here. So tell me, how long has your family been growing potatoes here?
Well, my dad actually started growing seed potatoes in North Dakota shortly after World War II. We moved to this area in the 70s. I took over from my dad after I graduated from college. This area we've only been in for about 10 years. We were on the other side of the valley here and we faced some urban encroachment. We were given the chance to start over with a clean slate, so we've got new storages over there. We've got some excellent soil out here, stuff I wish I would have always had, so things are good.
So what is it about this region that makes it so particularly good for growing your potatoes?
In northwest Montana is pretty geographically isolated from other potato production, a lot of pests, we get hard winters, all things that are very important in a good seed growing area.
And what are your potatoes grown for?
We're at the beginning of the potato supply chain. We grow seed potatoes that we sell to commercial growers who grow them, and at that point they are mostly turned into French fries. You have to start with high quality seed to grow a high quality crop of commercial potatoes, so I feel like we're a very important part of the industry. Why don't we take off and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
All right. This is a beautiful field, Steve. What is this?
This field is canola. It's one of our rotation crops that we use.
Can you talk to me about the importance of rotation?
Well, in potatoes, crop rotation is very important. We can only grow potatoes about 1 out of every 3 years, and this allows the soil a chance to recharge and replenish itself so that we can grow the healthiest, best, high-quality potatoes that we can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's Paul.
And who's Paul?
Hi, Paul.
Hey.
Paul is my son.
Oh, nice to meet you.
He's my partner here on the farm.
So you are the next generation. What generation are you?
I am a second generation seed grower. My dad was first and Paul is the third.
And do you think there'll be a fourth?
Time will tell. Paul has a couple of little boys. Ideally, it would be nice if they were interested in farming and wanted to do what their dad does, just like Paul did.
Do you think they will, Paul?
I think they will.
Yeah?
They're off to a good start.
And what are you off to do right now?
So I am doing some irrigation on the potatoes.
All right, well, I don't want to hold you up. It was great to meet you.
Yes, good to see you.
See you, Paul.
And how proud are you that you have your family working right alongside you?
Very proud. It's probably the greatest blessing to have them nearby. I get to see Paul and work with Paul, and my grandkids are available anytime I want. So yeah, it's awesome.
So what do we have here? Because it looks like a very small potato field.
You are correct, very small. This 3-acre field is called our nuclear field, and we use it as the source for all the seed on our farm. We're a foundation farm, so we actually grow our own potatoes. We don't buy any potatoes to plant.
So all of the seeds that you plant come from this field?
Yes, they're planted very far apart so that we can go in and harvest these plants one at a time, individually bag all the tubers under each plant so they retain their identity. These are called the mother plants.
Can you tell me a little bit about this soil, because it is the darkest soil I have seen?
Yeah, we're pretty proud of our soil here. The glaciers left some really nice soil for a few miles through this strip. It's very productive and it's been a joy. No rocks either. It's just beautiful black dirt.
Once they are grown here, where do they go next?
We have a climate-controlled storage facility where they wait till we deal with them next year when we're ready to plant again.
And where do we plant them?
Well, I'll show you. Let's go over to the G1 field and we can check that out.
All right. So this is where you plant the seeds from the nuclear field, correct?
Yeah, this is our G1 field. This is the highest maintenance field we have on the place. We spend a lot of time here.
G1, what does that mean?
It's the first generation after nuclear.
And how many generations do you go up to?
On our farm, we only grow till generation 3. At that time, they're all flushed out and sold to commercial growers.
And why is it sectioned like this? And what are the flags for?
Each group between flags, they all came from one nuclear plant last year. Our certification agent, Montana State University, they'll test this whole field for viruses. In between each flag, they'll pick about 10 leaves. They'll fold the leaves, groups of 10, and they put them in a box that corresponds to these numbers. If there's a positive, they know to tell me exactly what flag and what unit I need to go remove. If one is infected, they're all infected, and we can easily pull out a whole unit.
And what were the results from this year's testing?
One of the best ever. We had, I think, maybe 2 out of the
Really?
whole field. So we put a lot of flags out to find 2.
Wow. Well, congratulations. You did a good job this year, apparently.
It turned out great.
Is there any advice you would want to give to anyone who is considering becoming a sweet potato farmer?
I think it requires kind of a perfectionist personality because the details really do matter when you're growing seed and you can't skip anything. You have to be able to deal with some adversity and figure out how to get through it.
And where do you see your farm in 10 to 20 years?
We hope things go our way and we can keep enough land in this valley to farm and it doesn't all get developed, and we would have another generation or 2 that would enjoy potato farming like we do. We've got a couple more little ones coming up. If I had my druthers, I would like to see it become a legacy farm and it continues on for a few more generations.
Do you ever get time to relax?
This is actually one of the stretches where we've got a little time on our hands. We like to do some family dinners at our house, have all the kids and grandkids over and entertain a little bit and play games.
So family time.
Family time is the best.
I would love for you to go and have some family time right now. So I'm gonna head out, but thank you so much for today. It was a real pleasure, Steve.
You bet. Thanks for coming, Tito.